Nice chilly morning here in the shop. We just got the frame and a bunch of the suspension parts back from Powder Coat. We're gonna get those in the shop and start getting stuff set up, see what we got.
You're supposed to say so.
That's right. All right, let's get her unloaded. All right, we got most of the fab work done on the body, at least the interior wise. We are gonna take this body back off. We're gonna take it over to our buddies over at M&M Audio. They will rhino line the whole underside of this thing and the whole cab area. Everywhere that carpet would normally be, just protect it, soundproof it, make it a little bit less vibraty and noisy, and really just seal in the metal and make sure we don't have any more rust or anything in the future. Really just kind of cleans up the whole area, and also works as undercoating as well on the whole bottom side.
So we got the car back from undercoating. Everything came out pretty spiffy on that, looks good. So the plan is just try to all hands on deck, get everything we can. I think Andrew's got a big job ahead of him getting the motor put in, running all the lines.
All right, I got a couple hours in the shop today. I'm gonna try to get the tail light mount and the license plate mount knocked out on the Model A. None of the other guys are here, just working alone, but I got a couple hours. I figured I might as well get a little bit further on the car, so I'll show you guys what I'm doing there. So this is the factory mount here. This is where the factory mount would have been. Gonna try to build something off of it to hold I got an old school bus mount or school bus light that I'd like to get mounted there. And then also integrate a license plate mount in same bracket spot thing all together. So anyway, that's my goal for today. Normally I would probably draw this up, send it out to get plasma cut or CNC, but I'm feeling hands-on today. So we're just gonna cut it out, plasma cutter, cut off wheel, whatever we need, and get her done. So this is the stoplight we'll be using. Maybe one of you guys can help me out with this. Don't know exactly what year, make and model school bus. I heard it was a school bus that this thing came off of, but it's approximately about 6 inches wide. It says stop, thought it looked kind of cool. Should put out enough light so people know we are stopping. We will just be using the one light on this guy. So yeah, don't know exactly what year this came off of. One of you guys comment down in the post below or in the comment section. One of you guys comment down in the section below what year this thing came off of, but pretty cool light. We're gonna be, like I said, making the bracket for this guy, so. Yep. Well, like the way the tail light mount ended up coming out. One small problem though, it does get in the way of the deck lid. Completely overlooked that whenever I was trying to put it there. And it is what it is, but yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, I only, completely finished it. Lack of painting, I mean, welded everything, it's all good. So, it's just, it happens, but scoot it over, an inch, and we're good to go. All right, guys, let me lay a little Sunday tech tip on you. When you build bracket doesn't quite fit. What you do is you find the biggest hammer that you have in the shop and you whack the fuck out of it until it does. So what we have here is a slightly modified license plate bracket with a little bit of a curve in it now. Now she fits. That's it. Happy fabricating.
I'm gonna spend a little time modifying on the steering today. Andrew's been doing a pretty good job here lately, working behind the scenes, getting all the box mocked up. Cut a hole in the dash here for our mount. Got a little ahead of ourselves. By the time we adjusted where the mount needs to go, the steering wheel's in there just a little bit crooked. So I'm gonna move this over, blend it. We'll age the dash. You'll never even notice it.
Yeah, this is where we're at with this thing. It's just down to the little tedious stuff. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that has to be done, but it's not the glorious part. You work here for 2 months doing all this, and it doesn't even look like anything's happened. But it's part of a build. But yeah, this is the part that no one likes, no one wants to do. I'm sure Kyle hates me for getting involved in this, but.
I already don't like you today anyway.
Why is that?
We didn't go racing last night.
Oh, good grief.
You got a perfectly good race car sitting outside and you didn't want to go racing.
I told you to take it racing.
I ain't going to take it racing off. I'm not going to say it. You saw what happened last time I took your car out without you.
Well, it's part of it.
So moving on to the little details here, we're getting ready to put these intake runners, fancy little doodads on top of the carburetors here.
Frog mouths.
For what now?
They're called frog mouths.
Frog mouths. Putting these frog mouths on top of the carburetors here. They just use these tiny little set screws, and where they sit is just this one little rib on each of these carburetors, and we're not digging that because just the second you get any bit of slop in these, they just pop loose and then they can come off going down the road. All kinds of mayhem can ensue. We don't want that. So best we can figure out, we're just going to take cut off wheels and files and just grind that little lip out of there. That way they can tighten down. Worst case scenario, they'll just get loose and spin, but they can't come off that way. So I'm gonna take one side, Andrew's gonna take another side, and compare notes afterward.
And any chance we can get to put a competition to this, we will. So we're gonna take a little contest, see who gets done first, you know. But just so we're on the same page, like this needs to be. It's not just about speed; it's about quality.
I'm going through if I need to.
Okay. Well,
All the pressure.
first time it's gotten used.
Ooh, brand new one. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look how yellow that is.
I know, it's so yellow.
Cheers. I'm happy with it.
So now we took those out of there. Now we can go ahead and tighten this down, and even if, you know, screw backs out or it comes a little bit loose, it won't come off there. It still has that ridge that, you know, bolts catching, and you won't lose one going down the road. But now we can get her straight and secure, and she looks good. Yeah, your side looks way better.
Say that again.
Huh? Don't feel like I'm getting anything.
Why are you worrying about greasing at this moment?
Well, because we're hoping to drive it.
Well, don't you think we ought to see if it'll even fire?
No,
Start?
we're confident it will fire.
That's the big question. It's always the last minutes of the build. Will it fire?
Because
We're gonna lose the shot.
Because you're that damn good.
All right, still can't get it off.
You think we could fire it up right off the get-go?
So you just gotta pry?
You just gotta yank it really hard and hope that nothing breaks.
So you think we could just fire this thing up right after you're going to drive it?
Oh yeah.
And cut to the car firing up.
Oh yeah.
We got 60 seconds. Hurry.
We got fuel.
Great success.
Almost. Yep, Mitch had one job to bolt on the air tank. That didn't get done. It's just sitting here hanging.
Yeah. It didn't shift, did it?
Definitely needs training fluid. It was a real long first gear, and then I had to let out, and it finally shifted. So I think we're still low on training fluid.
Several days later.
Well, trying to track down the last couple leaks on this thing. We had one coming out of this rear carburetor here. We think it's a check valve there on the line. Got the new one put in. Of course, you know, never right tool in the shop. So anytime you're using brass fittings, make sure you have the largest crescent wrench possible. That also always ensures tight, stripped out fittings. So
Proper torque.
Right. So let's try to fire it up, see if it'll do the deal here. We'll choke her out a little bit.
Let's go do burnouts. So here it is.
Here she is.
First big build for the channel. It's a 28 Model A. At least that's what the tag is going to say, so that's what we're going to roll with. We ended up doing a full chassis on it, mimicked some 32 Ford Model A frame rails up front. The rest of it's just normal box tubing. Got just a mild-built 350 with an automatic transmission behind it. Ford 8.8 rear end. Just nothing real fancy, just kind of what we had laying around. We ended up doing a lot of the work within the confines of the shop, just between me, Andrew, Mitch, and Steve-O, but we did have to call in some help on the interior. Got a Casey Lumley from by Springfield to do the interior for us. It came out pretty jazzy. Kind of the last piece of the puzzle. Now that it's back, it's time to enjoy it.
Well, we're gonna call this finished. This won't be the last time you see this car. So that's it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. But until then, we're gonna go do some burnouts.